Warning, you are about to enter the BGP suite. No thongs, no boy shorts, no thigh highs, no commandos are permissible. BGP, big girl panties only. So pull up to woman up. And no, please don't leave with your panties in a bunch.
Hello and welcome to BGP. I'm gonna just dive into this. This week, my feelings were so hurt when I heard of the breakup of Tia Mowry and Cory. It just goes to show again. You know how sometimes in Hollywood you kind of can see different relationships that just seem like they ain't gonna never make it. But this is one of those that I did not see coming. And when I heard of it, I was just like, I couldn't believe it because they seem like such a happy couple. They have these beautiful little kids and they just seem like the perfect couple. Often you wonder, like, what could have went wrong? When I'm just looked a few minutes ago, they say that it's all friendship, it's all love, but something had to go awry, right? You just don't break up. But what are your thoughts on that? Did it kind of catch you off guard to see that they had broken up? Miss Nisha?
A little bit, yeah. I was surprised because they've been together for a long time. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was a little surprised. Yeah, that's what I thought.
And they have a beautiful story, like the way they met one another. It was like, he wasn't like big and famous or anything. He was just this regular guy, regular Joe. And I think she met him on a bus stop or something, going into Walmart or leaving Walmart or something like that.
That's so beautiful,
I don't know,
isn't it?
I mean, it is only because like you usually hear of especially in Hollywood, they meet at some industry party or something like that. And this was just not like that. What are your thoughts, Mona, on it?
My thoughts are, it was a surprise.
Yeah.
It was a surprise. They're a cute couple.
They really are. Yeah. But cute don't mean you stay together. Sure don't. So what do you think are some things that could have happened? I mean, did you anticipate anything? Like, is he doesn't look like a player type, but what do players look like these days?
I don't know. It could be the distance because they're both filming. It could be, it could be the, there's rumors out there that he's kind of cheating too. So it could be that. Like, I don't know. I was looking at an old episode of Black Love because that's floating around now too. When they were on there as a couple, and she was crying because she was just like, he's just so, he's her everything, and then he would say a few things and she'd talk and he'd be like, I'm talking. I'm still talking, So I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. I was just taken back by it, but who knows?
Yeah. So when you said he was saying, I'm talking, would you say that people thought that was rude or that was disrespectful?
Mm-hmm. Controlling behavior for sure.
Yep. I mean, she immediately apologized, like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry."
Oh, wow. I didn't see it as it was a diss or anything. He was trying to finish his whatever he was saying, and.
But that's a little abrupt. I mean, like, and that's your girl. You don't want to embarrass her.
But so I didn't see that as embarrassing. If we're doing an interview and my man is talking and I'm like excited and I butt in and he says I'm talking, okay. I guess I don't take a lot of things to heart like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I would have gave him a little side eye, and then we would have talked about that out when we got in the car.
I would have did the same.
Yeah, because don't embarrass me. I think that's my
don't
biggest
talk to me
pet
like
peeve.
that.
Exactly.
I just bigged you up and was sitting there crying.
Yeah.
About how perfect you are, basically. And then you turn around and do that. Don't do that to me.
It's to me, if a dude do that like that, ain't no telling how he is behind closed doors. So. Yeah. Okay, now, Cory, I'm starting to get a different vibe on you.
I mean, I'm not saying that he's like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, now that this is out, you see all these different videos that people are trying to put out there of why they think it could have happened. And so when I saw that, I was just like, that stands out.
Yeah, because it seemed like even with The Talk, it's The Talk, right? That's the show she was on. It seemed like she left that abruptly, too. Like, did her contract end, or what was the story behind that? Then you start speculating all kind of stuff. Did he make her leave? That kind of thing. I don't recall what it was behind, but I don't know. That it's a lot of different breakups that I'm like, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen, but this one like really was strange. Yeah. What kind of advice would you give to a young lady like Tia, 2 children, and now she finds herself maybe being not necessarily a single mom, but in this industry where all the lights and it's a focus on you right now? How do you think you would? What kind of advice would you give her?
I mean, I guess I would be supportive of whatever decision she makes. I mean, I would kind of forewarn her, though, like, you sure you want to come out here? Because, the single life is different compared to when you got with your husband. It's very different. There's trickery out there. There's fuckery out there. Yeah. There's, you got your players, you got your jokesters, you got some that's going to already, try to take you as, damaged goods and all kinds of stuff. So if you're ready to come out there, okay, that's about it. But yeah, that's all. I mean, I don't like to encourage women that are in marriages to leave them. So it must be something really serious for them to really take that into consideration and be like, I just can't do it anymore. So if you get to that point, as a friend, I would just have to be that supportive friend.
Be supportive, yeah. What about you, Mo?
My advice for any women, first of all, I don't understand why they have to announce it on social media. Because then you get all the speculation, you get all the probing, you get all the speculation, you get all the pointing the fingers, and he must have did this and she must have did that, and we don't know what happened. So what I'm going to say is they were very, very young when they got together.
True.
She was 21, he was 19. They were together for 9 years. A lot of us can't stay together for 9 years.
That's true. That's true.
And then they got married, and they've been married for 14 years. So they've been together for 23 years. A lot of people don't stay married for 23 years. And a lot of people in the industry don't stay married for 23 years. So I'm going to commend them. Yeah. I commend them for doing it. They had their children in wedlock. They talk about children having, single mothers having children out of wedlock. They did everything right. And sometimes people grow apart. He may have been working too hard. She may have been working too hard. There was no intimacy. There was no time. Then they got 2 babies. So, like I say, kudos to Cory and Tia.
Yeah. And I like the way they handle it. And you're right. When you said that about why it has to be announced on social media, I often wonder why celebrities feel it necessary to announce their breakups. Have you ever thought, why is that even...
I would think probably because eventually you're going to see them move on. So if you don't make that announcement, but you see them with someone new, people are going to be like, wait a minute.
but mind your business.
Exactly.
Because you know what? Eventually you are going to see them move on, and then you'll be like, oh, wow, what happened to Tia and Cory? And then the bullshit is going to start again.
Anyway.
The talking or whatever. But I would say breaking up is hard enough. When you're just a normal person or a normal couple and you have to tell the family, but you guys are entertainers and hundreds and thousands, even millions of people are making comments and content and assumptions on what happened, which could mess up the negotiations that they are trying to have while they're going through this difficult time. So I don't understand why they announce it. Yeah. Is it a part of their contract? Is it to cause some problems? Wow. Is it to create drama?
Could be, because, drama sells right now.
Do they have some new movies or shows coming out? Because this seems to happen quite often when something else is about to drop. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, his new season does start for his show that he's a part of. And, I mean, she does... Her show, I think, is already out, too. So,
what show is she currently on?
It's on Netflix. It's a comedy show.
Oh, yes.
She's on the comedy thing with Netflix, and then he's on the CW. So, and his new season starts this week, I think. So you got that. But I mean, in the industry, all news is good news for them, whether it's good or bad. So
exactly.
They're gonna want the publicity. They're gonna want the attention. They're gonna need the views. That's gonna drag people to their social media handles. That's gonna, drag people to see, well, what are they gonna do next? So I think it's a little different when it comes to those in the industry versus us regular, average Joe and Janes. For us, nobody cares if we make an announcement and be like, I broke up with my boyfriend yesterday of 2 years.
Exactly.
But we still,
right. Yeah.
But we're good friends though. Yeah. Like we're gonna be able to just be good, great. Yeah. like bitch, I don't care.
Right. Exactly.
Take that shit off the page. But for them, it's different.
Yeah. And then I was thinking about the babies too.
That's the part.
That's
the part
what
right
makes
there.
me say, let's
They
be
so
quiet.
cute. Yeah.
Because kids are terrible. Now they got to go to school, or they've heard their mothers or fathers talking about it, and those babies got to go to school and hear that mess. So
yes. Yeah, that's true. So, anytime a breakup is always going to be a little difficult, a little hard. So I just would say, reach out to your support person, whoever your close people are, to be there for you, because although they can put on this happy face in front of the camera, behind closed doors, it's never a easy thing to break up with somebody. And you don't know, maybe he whatever he was doing, you hate to see that dissolve, even more so for the children's sake at some point. But if you gotta end it, you gotta end it. I just hope that people are there and kind during the process.
Well, she had left a few cryptic messages beforehand, because didn't they just celebrate their anniversary, Nisha, or a birthday or something?
I thought I seen
I
that.
think it was a birthday, because I know they all went as a family to Italy, like in September or August.
Yeah.
I want to say either August or September. They went as a family. So I don't know if maybe they had already had their plans, okay, this is going to be the last family trip, or if something came about after the trip and, she finally was like, that's enough. Yeah. I don't know. But they did just, go on a big family trip to Italy, where they both were bragging on both their social media handles about being together
and loving each other.
Yeah.
And so after her cryptic messages, and then I guess after she announced that they were separating, then he said something like, and I'm paraphrasing here, she was over emotional or something.
Making choices don't make a choice out of an emotional decision or something.
Yeah, something like that. Something about, you're too emotional and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you always root for them that they can work things out, but sometimes you just got to let things go. Yeah. So, in closing, what are your final thoughts?
Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. I hope that for the sake of the kids, they are telling the truth when they said that they're mutual and they're friends and they're going to be willing to co-parent. So, because things are about to change, and you're going to have, the kids being raised in two different households now. So for the kids' sake, I really, truly hope that they at least can get along, that it's amicable, that there's no true issues. That's it. That's my final thought.
Yeah.
I saw a video where the son got accepted to his favorite school, and he busted out crying, and, they were hugging him and everything. So kind of like what Nisha said, I would have hoped that before they announced their separation to the world, that they set those babies down and they told them what was going to happen. And you might hear some ugliness, and but we're here for you, and we still love each other, and give them those affirmations, and give them some positive feedback, and let them know that even though mom and daddy might be in two separate places, we're still going to be a family, somewhat. Good luck to them.
I know. Yeah.
That's my final thought.
Just because I'm experiencing the single life, it's rough out there. And like you were saying, Nisha, the dating pool got fentanyl in it. It's fentanyl. It's rough out there. It's some weird shit going on, So I always hope that people exhaust every avenue of trying to resolve situations rather than just end them. And maybe that is the case for them. So with nothing more, I wish them well in this process. BGP. We out.
Bye.
Warning, you are about to enter the BGP suite. No thong.